A very good evening to one and all. A warm welcome to Ambassador of India to Kuwait, His Excellency Shri C.B. George, friends of India in Kuwait, Indian diaspora, members of Indian associations, members who joined us live, and media fraternity. On behalf of the Embassy of India, Kuwait, I, Saida Misbah, welcome you all to the inauguration of One District, One Product Week, a state facilitation event focusing on the state of Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is the fourth largest state in India and has been leading in the export of handicrafts, food products, engineering goods, carpet, ready-made garments, leather products, and many more. To encourage indigenous and specialized products in the state, the UP government has launched the One District, One Product ODOP program, which aims to create product-specific traditional industrial hubs across 75 districts of UP, which we will inaugurate and learn more about in today's program. Let us begin our program with a traditional lamp lighting ceremony, and may I now invite Ambassador of India to Kuwait, His Excellency Shri C.B. George, and Mrs. Smita Patil, First Secretary of Political Commerce, for the lamp lighting. Thank you, sir. I request Mrs. Smita Patil to stay on the stage for the welcome remarks.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all this evening for one of its kind program. Yesterday, we inaugurated our Namaste Kuwait festival, week-long festival, and in this week, we are celebrating different states of India. Today, we are celebrating the state of Uttar Pradesh, and it is indeed heartening that the diaspora in Kuwait had joined us here in the auditorium as well as virtually. I welcome you all on behalf of the embassy and especially the commerce section of the embassy. So thank you for joining, and we will know more about the One District, One Product program that we are starting this time with the state of Uttar Pradesh. But this is also a pan-Indian program that spans all districts of India, and we'll be talking about them one by one. So without further ado, I'll request my colleague Misbah to take over. Once again, a very warm welcome to you all.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now invite Ambassador of India to Kuwait, His Excellency Shri C.B. George, sir, for the remarks. Welcome, sir.
Distinguished guests, representatives from media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to all to the embassy this evening. I begin my remarks by extending my warm wishes on the National Day of the State of Kuwait to the leadership of the State of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmad Al Jaber Al Sabah, Amir of the State of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Mishal Al Ahmad Al Jaber Al Sabah, Crown Prince of the State of Kuwait, and the people of the State of Kuwait. Today, we are also celebrating the International Mother Language Day. It is an important day for India as we are a multilingual society. In his address today, Honorable Prime Minister underlined the link between education in the medium of mother language and the mental development of children. He called for momentum in creating best content in digital format in local Indian languages. He emphasized that such content needs to be available via internet, mobile phones, TV, and radio. He reiterated the requirement to keep the work with regard to content in sign languages going with the due priority. On this occasion, I am happy to announce that we in the Embassy propose to start regular language classes in multiple Indian languages for the Indian community students and also for our Kuwaiti friends. Dear friends, yesterday we launched a week-long celebration of Namaste Kuwait to celebrate the 60th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between India and the state of Kuwait and the 75th anniversary of India's independence in this special week of the National Day of Kuwait. Our endeavor is to celebrate the unique India-Kuwait friendship which connects our people and our cultures together. As this is the 75th anniversary of India's independence, we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, under which all aspects of Indianness are being cherished and celebrated with fervor. Here in the Embassy, we have been promoting Indian culture, heritage, economic and scientific achievements. Since last year, we have held multiple events under the banner Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is self-reliant India, and conducted state facilitation events focusing on different states of India. I am very happy to share with you that this week we have started with a new format wherein the Embassy's activities, news updates from the world of economy and business from India, and all news related to India-Kuwait relationship will be brought to you in a unique format which will be apt for the social media generation of today. On our mobile screens, through Facebook Live and other social media channels, you will be able to watch live programs conducted from the Embassy. In addition to the social media platforms, these events are circulated to over 50,000 contacts of the Embassy in Kuwait, reaching out to almost all sections of the Kuwaiti society. Dear friends, earlier this week, we held a celebration of Desert Festival of Rajasthan and the Statehood Day of Arunachal Pradesh. You can watch these videos on our Facebook pages. Today, we are focusing on the largest state of India in terms of population, that is Uttar Pradesh, with a special focus on one district, one product theme. Uttar Pradesh needs no introduction. No part of India's story will be complete without the lion's share of the state of Uttar Pradesh. Holy river Ganges, the holiest of rivers, is the cradle of perhaps the world's longest continuous civilization, which has flourished thousands of years on this fertile land. The Ghats of Varanasi are a living monument to the incredible civilization that originated in the northern Gangetic plains and has nourished the bloodstream of India and Indianness. Throughout history, the region of Uttar Pradesh has been the focal point of pivotal development, which altered the course of life in the whole of India. The enterprising people of Uttar Pradesh have contributed to the progress and development of India in all spheres, not just within India, but also throughout the world. I am very happy to note that the vibrant members of the Indian community who come from Uttar Pradesh and some of who are present here today in this auditorium. Today, we are focusing on a unique initiative of the Government of India called One District, One Product, which is a synthesis of the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, of self-reliant India, envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister, and our traditional philosophy of Gram Swaraj. Through this scheme, each district of the country is identified with one product which is unique to that place, has a connection with its history and heritage, has untapped export potential, and provides employment to the needy. This vision also ensures environmental consciousness, pride in the skills of the artisans, and the glorious art and cultural heritage, and provides great opportunity to entrepreneurship development. This entire week, we will be focusing on one district, one product, beginning with the state of Uttar Pradesh. Further in the program, you will know about the details of one district, one product, and I am sure you will be amazed as I am as the sheer diversity, richness, uniqueness of these products. More than half of India's handicraft exports come from the state of Uttar Pradesh, such as the handmade carpets, brass products, hand-embroidered textiles, furniture and glassware. I am sure that each one of us own many of these products already. Today's program will help us understand and appreciate our handicrafts and the rich cultural heritage that each one of those pieces carry. In terms of tourism, Uttar Pradesh is one of the most sought-after destinations in India. So much so that India is equated with the image of Taj Mahal in minds of many in the tourism world. Whenever I meet my Kuwaiti colleagues and friends, I see them excited about Taj Mahal, which is a must-see destination for everyone. The city of Varanasi attracts millions of inquisitive travelers seeking answers to the questions of life and its purpose every year. The national parks and sanctuaries of Uttar Pradesh, the various craft clusters, its emerging cities, as well as its ancient and medieval architecture, and of course, the famous cuisine of the state of Uttar Pradesh have so much to offer for every tourist. I am sure that many of our Kuwaiti friends would like to explore the state of Uttar Pradesh during these holidays and in coming days. With those words, I inaugurate the One District, One Product program in Kuwait. Thank you all and good evening.
Thank you very much, sir. I now request Mrs. Smita Patil, First Secretary of Political and Commerce, for a presentation covering various aspects of Uttar Pradesh.
No.
This is indeed a new subject for many of us. We have heard of different initiatives of Government of India over the years. Over the last few decades, our approach has been one of cottage industries. There is Khadi and Village Industries Commission in India. For decades, it has been working for upliftment of cottage and handicrafts industries in India. Last 2 years, we have been talking of something called Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, where India was to become self-reliant. How can this happen? One of the ways that this has translated into is a very innovative scheme where we have looked at not just market competitiveness, but also heritage conservation, skills upgradation, employment generation, as well as the whole concept of taking our lost arts and making them commercially viable. How can this be achieved? This can be achieved by looking at the districts as a unit of production and identifying one district with one product. This is beautifully showcased in this scheme, and that is why we are talking about this, because at the same time it talks about the handicraft potential of India, the rich heritage. In some cases, it spans thousands of. When I was reading about these handicrafts, I found out that there are villages in Uttar Pradesh which from the times of Magad, they are practicing some crafts and arts. It is indeed amazing that those crafts are still surviving, and today we are talking about commercializing them through one district, one product, because this helps in scalability, this helps in aggregation of demand and supply. That way it becomes commercially viable, and the government can focus on one region for one product. So going ahead, let us just take a quick round of Uttar Pradesh as a state. It needs no introduction, as Ambassador said, but of course it's India's third largest economy, second largest state, and of course in terms of cultural significance, probably one of the most important states of India. If you look at just the number of prime ministers that have come from the state of Uttar Pradesh, that would be probably the highest. And also its oversized influence in everything that we do, our language, our culture, our films, our music, it's everywhere. So, and of course, the state of Uttar Pradesh is equated with Agra, with Sarnath, with Varanasi, the timeless, eternal city of Varanasi or Banaras, which attracts hordes of tourists from all over the world. And of course, Taj Mahal, which is almost entirely equated with India in the minds of many people. Next, let's just take a quick look at the strengths of an economy as big as Uttar Pradesh, which probably surpasses many countries worldwide. It is the merchandise exports in the last year, 1920, were about 16 billion US dollars, and in this year alone, they are close to 13 billion, partially. There are industrial corridors, and in terms of agricultural production, it's largest producer of milk in India, second largest producer of leather products in India, and several other products, pulses, cereals, many of them, sugarcane, potato, that Uttar Pradesh is either the topmost producer or one of the topmost producers of the country. Next, please. Here is a look at the industrial and agricultural prosperity, the glorious history of it, and how the state has been number 2 in ease of doing business rankings in India. Next, please. If you look at the CAGR, the state has been growing at close to 12%. It's phenomenal rate of economic growth. Next, please. We have been talking about 3 T's, trade, tourism, and technology, for promoting India's economic interests, and the same for our states. Of course, an economy as big as Uttar Pradesh and its variety and richness in terms of all that it has to offer, there is no dearth of potential in each of these sectors. And as we know, the human capital of Uttar Pradesh is unparalleled. Not just in India, but all over the world. The diaspora has spread, and their entrepreneurship, their hard-working ability has gained them good name all over the world. Next, please. Next. Here we are talking about the different government initiatives that promote trade, tourism, and technology. Next, please. In terms of investment opportunities for our friends in state of Kuwait, there are immense opportunities in terms of infrastructure projects, in terms of the corridor that is being developed, which will give further impetus to infrastructural connectivity projects in the state. And if you remember, in the last few months, there has been a spate of new projects that have been announced, be it expressways, bridges, railways, all of it, and Uttar Pradesh leads in it. The civil aviation promotion policy has made sure that even the smallest of places in the districts in Uttar Pradesh are now connected by air domestically as well as some internationally. Very recently, Kushinagar Airport was inaugurated as an international airport, making it possible for all those who want to visit the Buddhist sites, of sacred sites, it is now possible for them. Next, please. 2.8 billion defense corridor has been announced, and in the region of Bundelkhand, which was traditionally a backward region, will now be generating about 250,000 jobs. And in terms of manufacturing clusters, if you look at the industrial map of Uttar Pradesh, one is amazed at the sheer diversity of its strengths, be it leather industries, be it agricultural processing industries, iron, forging, brass industries, handicraft industries, IT, of course, and the region adjoining the NCR is now, of course, a major hub in terms of all terms ITES. So basically, Uttar Pradesh offers everything that an investor can look for. The regions of Kanpur, Allahabad, Lucknow, Aligarh, Agra, and of course the outskirts of Delhi are all the places where the new developments in all sectors that you can imagine are coming up. Smart cities. The state is leading in terms of numbers. There are n number of smart cities that are coming up in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Some of them mentioned here: Aligarh, Kanpur, Allahabad, Lucknow, Varanasi, Agra, Bareilly, Muradabad, Saharanpur. All of these have been identified under the Smart Cities mission. There is the industrial zone that is coming up at the Dadri, Noida, Ghaziabad Investment Region, DNGIR, and another one is Meerut Muzaffarnagar Industrial Area, MMIA. An integrated industrial township is coming up in Greater Noida, spread across 303 hectares, a mega food park, and the Varanasi Prayagraj route will be made into a 6-lane expressway very soon. And in terms of technology, of course, the biggest of IITs are in the state, and we can see that in terms of the skilled professionals that come out of the state of Uttar Pradesh, and they are spread not just in India but worldwide. And the air connectivity and the infrastructure development is certainly going to help in this segment. Of course, when it comes to tourism, next please. As I said, India is equated with the image of Taj Mahal. I used to see in France that everywhere that you talk about India, there is an article, there is a photo of Taj Mahal, because that is the image that the Western world has carried for a long time. And it translates into the number of foreign visitors who come to Uttar Pradesh, especially Taj Mahal, of course. All the world leaders who visit want a photo in front of the beautiful marble structure that has stood there for centuries now. And the foreign tourist arrivals in Uttar Pradesh were about 5 million, which still I would say is much lesser than its potential. And of course, that is now being corrected in terms of the policy push that the government is giving. The city of Varanasi, as you all know, is the cradle of Indian civilization in many ways. It's a living city, unlike any other city, and the Kumbh Mela that happens every 12 years draws thousands, not just, I must say, millions and millions of tourists from all over the world, not just India. It's one of probably living wonders of the world. Next part, we will go to the one district, one product scheme that we are talking about today. We will be talking about this for the entire of India, for the whole of India, but in terms of Uttar Pradesh, it's one of our largest states, and the scheme was launched here in 2018 on the Uttar Pradesh Divas on 24 January, and beginning from then, the state has given a definite push for one district, one product for all of its 55 districts. And I must say this is one of those policy initiatives which is translating into real results on ground. You can see here, each of these states, each of the districts in the state have been given a product that they will be identified with. As mentioned by Ambassador, about 44% of total export of Indian handicrafts comes from the state of Uttar Pradesh alone. 39% of carpets that are exported from India are from Uttar Pradesh, and 26% of the leather goods that we all use come from the state of Uttar Pradesh, the Kanpuri leather that we all know about. And in terms of the total exports, about 5% is contributed by Uttar Pradesh. The sheer diversity of those products is amazing. As Ambassador mentioned, it's brass products. If you talk about, sports goods, for example, from Meerut, or brassware from Etah, or for example, if you look at something that is very unique, I just learned today that the flute that is used for Indian music is produced only in Pilibhit, because the material that is grown only there. So these are the kind of products that we are talking about when we are talking about ODOP. Another interesting thing is the Cane River in Banda district. There is Shajar stone, which is very unique stone, and it is now used in jewelries and all with expert artisans working on it. So these are the products which are very unique. For example, Kala Namak rice from Siddharth Nagar, which is of course very unique. Then there are brass items from Muradabad, glassware from Firozabad, n number of things, ceramics, black pottery, Tarkashi products, a lot of them. We have made a small attempt to showcase the diversity and variety of these products from Uttar Pradesh here in our auditorium. I hope you will get a closer glimpse of it after this, but we will take a small look at the list of the products so that we are at least aware that this is the variety that we are looking at. Can we go to the next slide, please? Can we have it fully on the screen? Yes. I want you to run through this list because it is amazing in its sheer width. Agra leather. Can we have the list on the screen, please? The slide. Aligarh lock and hardware. Allahabad Moonj products. This is a type of grass which is grown there, and it is used for weaving baskets and products, different products, all sorts of products that are possible now. Now they are making plant pots with it, which look very chic, and they are prized by international luxury customers. Ambedkar Nagar for textile products. Amethi for again Moonj products. Amroha musical instruments, especially dholak. Auraiya for food processing, especially desi ghee. Azamgarh, black clay pottery, as I was mentioning. Badaun for zari zardosi. Bagpat for home furnishings of all sorts, curtains, bed sheets, cushion covers, all sorts. Bahraich, it is a very unique craft of wheat stalk is made into artifacts, different painting-like products made from wheat stalk, the stem of wheat. Balaya, bindi, the bindi that women use all over India, mostly are produced in the district of Balaya. Balrampur, variety of pulses, lots of lentils. Banda, like I mentioned, Shajar stone from the river of Cane. Barabanki, textile products, different stoles and shawls are produced there. Bareilly, Zari Zardozi. Zardozi is a embroidery technique which uses metal wires of silk, gold and silver and different gems and gemstones with it, done on the mostly silk clothes. And you can see one example there, the turquoise color Jardozi product is displayed here. Basti, the district is known for woodcraft, wooden artifacts of different kind. Bhadoi, carpets. Carpets are, of course, as I mentioned, almost 1/3 of them, more than that, come from the state of Uttar Pradesh. Bijnor, woodcraft again. Bulandshahr, pottery. Chandoli, Zari Zardozi, Chitrakoot, small wooden ties of all different sorts. And now we have seen that in the last 2 years, there is a definite push and awareness amongst the Indian customers to use Indian toys, which all... One aspect that I did not mention earlier is, this is not just about artisanship, this is also about sustainability. The sustainable development goals that we are talking about will be made possible by these kind of initiatives, because the cost of production, when it reaches the customer, all of it would make it environmentally sustainable. Deuriya, decorative products. Etava, textile products. Etaha, gunguru, ghanti. The special mud that is used, the brass that is used into making the gungurus that our dancers wear, are mostly made in this district of Etah. All of it mostly comes from it. Then Faizabad, Jaggery, Farrukhabad, block printing, the textile printing art from the district of Farrukhabad. Fatehpur, bed sheets. Firozabad, glassware. And some of these glassware are so unique that for many decades now, probably centuries, the mouth-blown glass is produced only in this place now, when elsewhere it is now being produced in factories. But so these are very, very skilled artisans seen nowhere else in the world. Gautam Budh Nagar, it is the capital of ready-made apparels in India. Ghazipur, wall hangings. They make jute wall hangings. Jute is used to create patterns, beautiful artistic patterns for wall hangings. Then Ghaziabad, engineering goods of all sorts. Gonda, food processing, pulses again. Gorakhpur, terracotta. Hamirpur, leather juti. Hapur, home furnishing. And also the beads jewelry from Hapur is very famous and associated with the district. Hardoi, handloom. All sorts of handloom, linen, towel, all sorts of products are produced in Hardoi. Hathras, a very special product is hing. Hing is mostly not produced in India because it comes from a particular plant. The hing, raw hing is actually imported from Afghanistan and Iran to India, but it's only in the district of Hathras that it is processed further and it is probably supplied all over the world because it needs to be stabilized. The hing in its natural form that is extracted from the plant is not stable. So there are certain additives that are added and the hing that we use comes from Hathras in Uttar Pradesh. Jalaun, handmade paper art. They use all sorts of paper waste, fabric waste and make beautiful handmade paper out of it. Again, an example of sustainability that the world is now talking about, zero waste and slow fashion and all that. Jaunpur, dari, carpet again. Jhansi for soft toys. Kanauj, scent, Uttar. Who hasn't heard of Uttar from Kanauj? And here in the Arab world especially, these Ittars are very well known. Kanpur Dehat for various utensils of aluminium and other metals. Kanpur Nagar, the district is known for leather products. We all know, probably we all are using those products. Kasganj for Zari Zardozi again. Kaushambi, food processing, especially banana processing. Kushinagar, where the new airport has been opened, is also known for banana fiber products apart from its Buddhist heritage connection. Lakhimpur Kheri, tribal craft. Lalitpur, Zari, silk saris. Lucknow, who doesn't know about Lucknow and the grandeur of Lucknow in all ways possible, be it the food, be it the clothes that we wear. Chicken curry, of course, is equated with Lucknow, and Zari Zardozi. The purest of chicken curry, handmade embroidery is made in Lucknow. Maharajganj, furniture of different kinds. Mahoba is Gaura stone craft, a very special stone, very soft stone, which is used for carvings of different artifacts, sculptures. That comes from Mahoba. Mainpuri for Tarkashi art. This is again a special form of pottery where there is engravings. I think that is silver engravings, which makes it very special. Mathura for sanitary fittings produced on industrial scales. Maung for powerloom textiles. Mirat, as I said, sports products, cricket bats and all sorts of products of sports are produced here. Mirzapur, we have all seen that on live streaming these days in the series at Mirzapur ke Kalin Bhaiya, because Kaleen, the carpets are the main product that is produced in this region. Muradabad, metal craft. Muzaffarnagar for jaggery, produced indigenously there. Pilibhit, as I mentioned, for flute, a very special product. Pratapgarh for amla, processed products. Rai Bareli for wood crafts. Rampur for patchwork. Saharanpur for wood crafting. Sambhal for handicraft, which is horn bone. Dead animals' horns are extracted, not the live ones, and then they are made into, this is a very sustainable alternative to ivory. There is Sant Kabir Nagar, which produces brassware craft of astonishing variety. Some of it is displayed here. I hope you will all get a good look at that. Shahjahanpur for Zari Zardozi. Shamli for rim and axle. It's an industrial product that is produced there. Shravasti for tribal craft. Siddharth Nagar for Kala Namak rice, a very special product. Sitapur for carpet or the hand-woven dari. Sonbhadra again for carpet. Sultanpur for again the grass munj products. Unnao, Zari Zardozi. Varanasi for who hasn't heard of the Banarasi silk sari. And any woman, any Indian woman definitely, and I am sure now probably anyone else also would want a Banarasi silk sari in her trousseau. We are talking about Banarasi silk sari in detail and the grandeur of this sari, the richness of its colors and the elegance that it oozes comes naturally. And Banarasi associates with richness, with elegance. Next, please. As I mentioned, Sant Kabir Nagar for brassware crafts of all sorts. Traditionally, there used to be in certain products. Now they are making it in all sorts of designs: bowls, plates, vessels, jugs, vases. Next is Maharajganj for furniture items, wooden furniture of large scale that is produced there. And of course, Kanpur for leather products, bags, shoes, wallets, belts, all of those products that are produced of genuine leather in the vast industrial zone in Kanpur. So that was just a few of the products that we wanted to highlight for you. And of course, there is so much diversity that that is why I wanted to go over that list, because it's important for us also, for us Indians also, to know that this is the richness that our country has, just one state. So imagine all the different states that we will explore in future and the diversity that is. This is also to say that when we are buying next, we could probably make a conscious choice of, now that we know that there is, if I need a pen holder, there is something that would be produced in Moonj grass. It's good for the planet, it's good for my pocket, and it's good for our people. And of course, it's a great product which not just brings with it with the utility of it, but the whole history of an entire civilization. So with that thought, I will leave you. Thank you for joining us today. May I now request Honorable Ambassador Sir to come on the stage, and we can take a look at the products that have been displayed here. This is a small attempt to just give a glimpse of the variety of one district, one product. A few of the products are here. You can watch that on your screen.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for such an informative presentation. Let us now watch the video message of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, on One District, One Product.
नमस्कार। क्या आपको नहीं लगता है कि वे आपके शहर की एक पहचान बने? हो सकता है कोई शहर हो जो खाने की किसी एक चीज के लिए बहुत जाना जाता हो, उसी को चलो कि भाई तो हमारा ये शहर वहां की खाने की ये चीज बहुत प्रसिद्ध है। अब जैसे बनारस का पान, कहीं पर भी पूछो लोग बनारस का पान बोलते ही बोलते हैं। किसी ने मेहनत की होगी, एक पहचान बन गई। हो सकता है सारे मेयर भी टेस्ट करेंगे बनारस के पान का। लेकिन कहने का मेरा मतलब है कि आपके नगर में वैसा ही कोई प्रोडक्ट होगा, वैसा ही कोई ऐतिहासिक स्थान होगा। आप अपने शहर का ब्रांडिंग, अपने शहर की किसी उत्पाद, जैसे आप कभी देख लेना, आज उत्तर प्रदेश में आए हो, उत्तर प्रदेश में एक बहुत अच्छा कार्यक्रम चल रहा है, वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट। और उन्होंने बड़ा मैपिंग करके किस जिले में कौन सी चीज ज्यादा मशहूर है, कौन सी चीजों का महत्व है, उन्होंने निकाल, उसके सोवेनियर भी है, अगर हो सके तो वहां के मुख्यमंत्री जी आपको देंगे। आप देखिए उतना इसका असर पैदा हुआ है कि जैसे कोई एक क्षेत्र होगा जहां खेलकूद के साधन बन रहे हैं तो उसकी पहचान हो गई। आप अपने शहर का वैसी क्या विशेषता है जो हिंदुस्तान में किसी को भाई, जैसे बनारसी साड़ी फेमस हो गई दुनिया में, हिंदुस्तान के किसी भी कोने में शादी होती तो हर को मन करता है कि एक तो बनारसी साड़ी खरीदेंगे, इसलिए उसका ब्रांडिंग कर दिया। क्या आपके शहर की ऐसी चीज है जो पूरे हिंदुस्तान के हर कोने के मालूम हो कि भाई हाँ, पटना की ये चीज बढ़िया है, हैदराबाद की ये चीज बढ़िया है, कोची की ये चीज बढ़िया है, तिरुवनंतपुरम की ये चीज बढ़िया है, चेन्नई की ये चीज बढ़िया है। आपके शहर के अंदर ऐसी कौन सी विशेषता है? पूरा शहर मिलकर के तय करे भाई हाँ, हमारी ये सबसे बड़ी ताकत है, उसको कैसे बढ़ाया जाए। आप देखिए एक इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी का एक बहुत बड़ा साधन बन जाएगा। यानी शहरों का डेवलपमेंट, उसमें एक नए स्तर पर हमको ले जाना है, उसकी दिशा में हमें प्रयास करना होगा।
Thank you. This was an excerpt from PM's inaugural speech at the All India Mayors Conference held in Varanasi. Uttar Pradesh is one of the most popular tourist destinations in India, where tourists enjoy its traditions in every place they visit. Let us sit back and enjoy the visual display showcasing the vibrant culture, heritage, tourism, and wide range of products of Uttar Pradesh.
आंखों में कुछ सपने लेकर, जीवन में कुछ आशाएं, अपने सपनों को सच कर हम वक्त से आगे बढ़ जाएं। कुछ नई इबारत लिख जाएं, कुछ नई इमारत गढ़ जाएं। अपने हुनर के जादू से सबको चकित हम कर जाएं। छोटे छोटे सपनों को बुन, उम्मीदों के पंख लगाएं। अपने सपनों को सच कर हम वक्त से आगे बढ़ जाएं। जिन गलियों ने सदियों तराशे नायाब नगीने कला जगत के, उन गलियों की खाक उठाकर दुनिया के मस्तक पर तिलक लगाएं। अपने सपनों को सच कर हम वक्त से आगे बढ़ जाएं। आशाओं ने पंख पसारे हौसलों को मिली उड़ान, मिल रही है हुनर को मेरे नई मंजिल, नई पहचान। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी का प्रयास है कि प्रदेश के हर जिले में बनने वाले उत्पाद को अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पहचान मिले और इन उत्पादों को बनाने वाले कारीगरों को बेहतर प्रशिक्षण देकर स्थानीय स्तर पर ही रोजगार के अवसर मुहैया कराए जाएं। ओडीओपी, नई उड़ान, नई पहचान।
Thank you. Let us now get to the next segment of our program, the cultural performances. We have beautiful performances lined up which will remind us of Uttar Pradesh and its culture. The first performance is by Mr. Shyam Joshi from Ridhan Group, who is going to sing for us a folk song of UP, Chalat Musafir Le Liya Re. Please welcome him.
यूपी से राम राम। बिरजू बिजनौरिया का कैसन हो बबुआ लोग। अब हमको भेजा है कोई गाना वाना सुनाओ। बोला हम भी बोला सुनाई देते। अभी बैंड बाजा तो है ही नहीं। तो भाई बोले बैंड बाजा लगाओ। बोला लगाओ बैंड बाजा भाई, फिर हम भी गा देंगे, चालू करो। चलत मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। चलत मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। उड़ उड़ बैठी हलवैया दुकनिया, उड़ बैठी हलवैया दुकनिया, उड़ बैठी हलवैया दुकनिया। अरे बर्फी के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। बर्फी के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। बर्फी के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। हे रामा उड़ उड़ बैठी दुकनिया दुकनिया। आहे उड़ उड़ बैठी बजजुआ दुकनिया। अरे कपड़ा के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया। कपड़ा के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। उड़ उड़ बैठी पनवड़िया दुकनिया। रामा उड़ उड़ बैठी पनवड़िया दुकनिया। रे पीड़ा के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। पीड़ा के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। चलत मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। चलत मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया। थैंक यू।
Such an entertaining performance. Thank you so much, Mr. Shyam. The next performance is by Dr. Madhu Gupta, who is going to sing for us a famous classical song, Chalte Chalte Yun Hi Koi, which has versatility of style and is unique to Lucknow Gharana. And it is a mixture of Dadra and Thumri. Please welcome her.
Check, 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 check. चलते 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 यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था। सारी राह चलते चलते, सारी राह चलते चलते वही थम के रह गई है, वही थम के रह गई है। मेरी रात ढलते ढलते, मेरी मेरी बात टलते टलते, मेरी बात टलते टलते, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, सारी राह चलते चलते, सारी राह चलते चलते, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, सारी राह चलते चलते, चलते चलते, सारी राह चलते चलते, चलते चलते, चलते चलते, चलते चलते, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, शब इंतजार आंखें, शब इंतजार आंखें, कभी होगी मुक्तसर भी, कभी होगी मुक्तसर भी, ये चिराग बुझ रही है, ये चिराग बुझ रही है, मेरे साथ जलते जलते, मेरे साथ जलते जलते, ये चिराग बुझ रही है, चिराग बुझ रही है, ये 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 चिराग बुझ रही है, मेरे साथ जलते जलते, मेरे साथ जलते जलते, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, सारी राह चलते चलते, सारी राह चलते चलते,
Such a soothing voice. Thank you so much, Dr. Madhu. I now welcome Mrs. Upasana to sing this beautiful ghazal, Tumko Dekha To Ye Khayal Aaya. Please take the stage, Mrs. Upasana.
Good evening, everyone.
तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया, जिंदगी धूम तुम घना साया, तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया, आज फिर दिल को हमने समझाया, जिंदगी धूप तुम घना साया, तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया। तुम चले जाओगे तो सोचेंगे, तुम चले जाओगे तो सोचेंगे, हमने क्या खोया, हमने क्या पाया, हमने क्या खोया, हमने क्या पाया। जिंदगी धूप तुम घना साया, तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया। हम जिसे गुनगुना नहीं सकते, हम जिसे गुनगुना नहीं सकते, वक्त ने ऐसा गीत क्यों गाया, वक्त ने ऐसा गीत क्यों गाया। जिंदगी धूप तुम घना साया, तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया, तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया। Thank you so much.
Such a beautiful performance. Thank you, Mrs. Subhasana. When we think of Uttar Pradesh, the dance form which first comes to our mind is Kathak. Let us sit back and enjoy the video of a beautiful Kathak performance.
सरस चतुरंग गाओ सब मिले, सरस चतुरंग गाओ सब मिले, सुरीले रसीले सुर ताल सुन, सुरीले रसीले सुर ताल सुन, सब नर नारी मिल आनंद मनाओ, सब नर नारी मिल आनंद मनाओ। सरस चतुरंग गाओ सब मिल, सरस चतुरंग। Tom ta na na नी सनि धनि सनि ध म ध नि ध प म ग प म ग रे ध ग म ध नि सनि धनि सा सम सनि धनि सा सम सनि धनि सा सम धगि न तिट धगि न धगि दिना के धा ते गिण न गिण के सा धा ता धा गिण गिण के धा ता धा गिण गिण के धा ता धा सरस चतुरंग गाओ सब मिले सरस चतुरंग
Zagit zigit 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 dha zagit zigit zagit zigit dha zagit zigit zagit zigit dha
सरस चतुरंग सरस चतुरंग सरस चतुरंग गाओ सब में
Indeed, such a beautiful dance form. The next performance is by Mr. Sangeet Nair of Rhythm Group, who is going to sing a Sufi song, Afreen Afreen. Please welcome him.
Hello, check. Good evening. ऐसा देखा नहीं खूबसूरत कोई जिस्म जैसे अजंता की मूरत कोई जिस्म जैसे निगाहों पे जादू कोई जिस्म नगमा कोई जिस्म खुशबू कोई जिस्म जैसे महकती हुई चांदनी जिस्म जैसे मचलती हुई रागनी जिस्म जैसे के खिलता हुआ एक चमन जिस्म जैसे के सूरज की पहली किरण जिस्म तरशा हुआ दिल कशो दिल नशी सल्दनी सल्दन मरमरी मरमरी हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं आफरीन 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 तू भी देखे अगर तो कहे हम नशी आफरीन 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 हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं चेहरा एक फूल की तरह शादाब है चेहरा उसका है या कोई माताब है चेहरा जैसे गजल चेहरा जाने गजल चेहरा जैसे कली, चेहरा जैसे कवल, चेहरा जैसे तस्वुर भी, तस्वीर भी, चेहरा एक ख्वाब भी, चेहरा ताबीर भी, चेहरा कोई अलिफ लैलवी दास्तां, चेहरा एक पल यकी, चेहरा एक पल गुमा, चेहरा जैसा कि चेहरा कहीं भी नहीं। माहरू माहरू मैं जबी उसने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं, उसने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं। आफरी 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 आफरी, तू भी देखे अगर तो कहे हम नशी। आफरीन 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 आफरीन, उसने जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं। zare zane zare zaga zare zane zare zaga zare zane zare zaga zare zane zaga sani sa ga ma ga sa sani ni sa zaga ga ma da tani ni sa sani da ma ga ma ga ma sa ga ma da ni sa ga zaga ni da ma ga ni sa sani da ma ga sa sani ni sa zaga ga ma da tani ni sa zaga ga sani ni da ma ga sa gare sa ga ma da ni sa ga ni sa ni da ma ga ni sa ni da ma ga ni ni sa da ni ma da ga ma da ni ni da ri da ma da ri ni sa ni da ni ga ma da ma da ga ma ri da ma ga ma. Thank you.
Thank you so much for a wonderful performance. Here we come for the last performance of today by Dr. Madhu Gupta on a song Aaj Jaane Ki Zid Na Karo, which is a beautiful folk song.
Check. Before I start this ghazal, I want to say something about the art part of Lucknow Gharana. So Madam has explained about the commercial part and one district, one product. I'm proud to say I'm one of the product of Uttar Pradesh. I'm born and brought up in Lucknow. I studied in medical school of Lucknow and then went to UK to get my further degree, and I'm working as a consultant here in Farwania Hospital. So that's one part. So the part I want to express about the art, the music, the classical music of Uttar Pradesh. It's long back, the history goes long back when we were populated by the Mughals. So, of course, this art was dominated by the Mughals. So, the ghazal was the original theme that they were singing. And then it was intermixed with the dadra, thumri style, the things. So, the first song that I was taken, Chalte Chalte, it is a mixture of thumri and dadra. The song I have taken now, everybody knows this song. It's a classical presentation by Farida Khanum, which is a Pakistani singer. But if you go to the root of this song, Aaj Jaane Ki Zid Na Karo, this was, I'm proud to say, was first sung in the Bhat Khan Institute in Lucknow. And that's why I have chosen this song. It's very old. After that, many versions came. The Farida Khanum sang, the Asha Bhosle sang. The recent one, the Arjit Singh has sang too. The track I got was not the old track, the new track, so I may not do the justice, but I'll try to mimic, represent my state, represent my culture. Thank you. जिद ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, यूं ही पहलू में बैठे रहो, यूं ही पहलू में बैठे रहो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो। हाय मर जाएंगे हम तो लुट जाएंगे, ऐसी बातें किया ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो। Hope I had the original track, the tabla. Sorry. तुम ही सोचो जरा क्यों न रोके तुम्हें, तुम ही सोचो जरा क्यों न रोके तुम्हें, जान जाती है जब उठ के जाते हो तुम, जान जाती है जब उठ के जाते हो तुम, तुमको अपनी कसम जाने जा, बात इतनी मेरी मान लो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो। वक्त की कैद में जिंदगी है मगर, वक्त की कैद में जिंदगी है मगर, चंद घड़ियाँ यही है जो आजाद है, चंद घड़ियाँ यही है जो आजाद है, इनको खो कर मेरी जान जा, उम्र भर ना तरसते रहो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, हाय मर जाएंगे हम तो लुट जाएंगे, बात को आज जाने की जिद ना करो, हाय मर जाएंगे हम तो लुट जाएंगे, ऐसी बातें किया ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो। Thank you so much.
Truly amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Madhu. That was a beautiful performance. And with this, we come to the end of today's program. On behalf of the Embassy, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the participants. I thank Friends of India in Kuwait, Indian Diaspora, members of India in Kuwait, and the people who have joined us live, and media fraternity. I also thank His Excellency Shri C.B. George Sir for his constant encouragement and support. Thank you once again to one and all for joining us. I request everyone to come to the stage and have a look at the beautiful display of various special products from Uttar Pradesh. Thank you everyone. Good night.